Hello and welcome to Round 4 Flicks. Science fiction is a genre that almost everyone likes, which is understandable given that these films show us to new planets that are beyond our wildest imaginations and inventive narrative ideas that challenge our minds. We pick some of our favorite and lesser-known sci-fi films to give you fresh sci-fi movie options. How many of the sci-fi films on this list have you seen? Let us know in the comments, along with which ones you intend to watch. Let's start the video. Number 10. VOLITION. Tony Dean Smith is the film's director, and it is a science fiction thriller. The story follows James, a man who as a child witnessed a terrible incident. What's worse is that he saw the tragedy coming 2 days before it actually occurred. James tried to stop the tragedy from happening but was unsuccessful because no one listened to him. Years later, James is still abusing his talent for minor offenses. Although James is aware that his fate has already been set, he takes every effort to modify it. But when a vision predicts his coming death, he is compelled to run in order to avoid his destiny. The film's depressing story teases your brain with its conceptually difficult notion and catches you off guard with a weird twist that you won't anticipate coming. If you enjoyed movies like Edge of Tomorrow or Source Code, you must see this one. One of the most underestimated films on this list due to its two main positives: a fantastic story concept and a satisfying ending, and its relatively minor drawbacks. Number 9. Warriors of the Future. It is an action sci-fi movie that Yen Fai directed. The film is set in a time when a dangerous species carried by an unidentified asteroid strikes the Earth and unleashes life from space. As a result, massive alien monsters pose a serious threat to humanity, and the most powerful forces are all but wiped out while the last survivors are left. When Trooper Tyler discovers a more extensive conspiracy around the alien and rapidly expanding organism, his team has just a short window of time to prevent their city's total destruction. The movie resembles a number of other sci-fi and alien movies, yet it stands out thanks to its larger-than-life action and fast-moving plot. Although it doesn't really provide anything fresh that we haven't seen before, the sci-fi portion is wonderful and has stunning visuals. However, if all you want to see is a sci-fi plot with lots of action, this one is for you. Number 8. The Wandering Earth. It is a science fiction thriller movie that Fran Wo has directed. The movie is set in the distant future and centers on a group of scientists and government representatives who attempt to direct Earth away from a rising sun in order to avoid colliding with Jupiter. Earth's inhabitants build massive engines that are utilized to launch the planet from its location and allow it to travel towards another solar system in order to do this. However, as soon as they discover a new threat that imperils both humanity and the planet's future, their mission is cut short. Meanwhile, scientists work to come up with a strategy to prevent the impending extinction of human civilization. With its original storyline about moving a planet to a new position, mind-blowing special effects, and suspense that keeps you on the edge throughout the entire movie, this one is an absolute feast for science fiction aficionados. The recent film Survival Story, which is actually a prequel to this one, focuses on the events leading up to the Roaming Earth project. Number 7. Orbiter 9. Adam Groch is the director of this sci-fi romantic drama. The story follows Helena, who has lived in space for the past 20 years, as she travels from Earth to a far-off area of space in an effort to connect with other interstellar colonists. However, when she arrives to an extraterrestrial outpost for repairs, she meets Alex, who repaired her damaged ship, and the two become close. But as soon as Alex disclosed the reality of the spacecraft, Helen was made to discover that everything was not as it appeared, and it is at this time that the movie's most significant twist and greatest power are made clear. Even though not everyone will like it, it is worth seeing because of the clever plot and a few surprises. However, despite its intriguing premise and a few unexpected turns, this movie falls short of your expectations. Number 6. Colossal. It is a science fiction comedy film that Nacho Vigalondo directed. The story follows Gloria as she leaves New York and goes back to her old house. When Gloria arrives, a huge monster is allegedly destroying the city, and she slowly starts to realize that she may be somehow connected to these strange events. Gloria must finally determine the cause of her small as things begin to spiral out of control. Existence has such a significant impact on how the world will develop. The movie tells a creative account of how imaginative monsters can be utilized to vividly portray what happens inside of us. The plot has a light fantasy element but not a lot of sci-fi technology, which might not impress you, but the movie might be enjoyable if you like the plot. Number 5. COMA. Nikito Arganov is the director of this sci-fi action movie. The movie starts off after a strange incident and tells the tale of an engineer named Victor who awakens in a strange environment and is unable to understand what is happening or where he is. As he fights for his life and keeps trying to find a way out into the outside world, he must learn the exact rules and restrictions of this deadly universe. The people that inhabit this world are said to be in a deep coma and being pursued by scary creatures. It is believed that this world is constructed of their memories. The movie is an amazing visual extravaganza that will astound you with its stunning images and excellent action sequences, some of which may occasionally remind you of the Matrix movie. The film's most alluring aspect is its striking aesthetics. Fans of the sci-fi and action-adventure genres should see this superb picture, but its plotting second half is its biggest weakness. Number 4. SPECTRAL. Nick Matthew is the director of this sci-fi military action movie. The story takes place in the midst of a war in the country, where police forces must deal with an unknown new enemy that operates on different frequencies, making them invisible to the human eye and capable of killing anyone who comes into contact with them. Some believe they are advanced weapons technology, while others believe they are ghosts of destruction. The basic plot involves an engineer who is asked to help the special forces defend against a phantom creature attack in a battle zone. There is a fascinating science fiction plot that you shouldn't miss, and the last combat action is tremendous, and the revelation about the enemy's origin is just remarkable. The key suspense that keeps you guessing and involved is who the opponents are, what they are, and where they come from. The movie features some thrilling episodes. It is unquestionably a must-see on this list due to its fantastic concept, terrific action, and pure thrills. Number 3. Don't Look Up. Adam McKay is the director of this sci-fi comedy movie. The story follows two scientists, Dr. Randall Mindy and Kate Dubieski, as they discover an unexpected discovery of an asteroid circling within a solar system. The terrifying part is that the comet just seems to be headed straight for Earth, which makes it all the more terrifying. Unfortunately, no one believed them when they warned them of the danger. The plot develops as they launch a massive publicity campaign to warn humanity about an incoming asteroid that could destroy the planet. It is not your normal science fiction movie about aliens or other planets, but it is a funny and interesting mix of science fiction. Number 2. The Abyss. James Cameron is the director of this sci-fi movie. The story revolves around a submarine that vanishes in the deep ocean, and the crew of an oil rig assists the search group in finding the vessel. However, the oil technicians sent to assist a Navy officer with a classified nuclear submarine extraction mission were attacked by unknown beings and got lost in the depths of the ocean under mysterious circumstances without assistance from above, and after coming across an unknown underwater danger they are forced to take drastic measures. James Cameron is the director of this movie, which should be enough to pique the interest of any fan of science fiction. There aren't many over-the-top sci-fi characters in this movie, but it does have several that will surprise you. The story is terrific, and the visual style is simply gorgeous. This 1989 release was undoubtedly one of the best underwater shot movies at the time. Number 1. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It is a Michel Gondry-directed sci-fi romantic drama movie. The narrative centers on Clementine and Joel, who separated and then went through a traumatic breakup. Clementine received a procedure that cleared her mind of all memories of Joel. Joel went through a similar process and eventually started forgetting the ladies he was in love with after learning that Clementine had gone to such measures to entirely disregard their connection. However, as Joel's memories slowly fade, he begins to recognize his feelings for Clementine and attempts to stop the whole thing. The driving force behind the plot that keeps you guessing is whether Joel can forget Clementine and whether they will ever cross paths again. Although the plot is straightforward, the twists and turns might make it challenging to understand overall, but it's a beautifully crafted film with a brilliant sci-fi story that never misses grabbing your attention. Throughout the entire movie, there is also a significant twist as Joel's memories start to fade. That is all for today. Thank you for watching, And please subscribe to our channel to view future videos about suggested movies and television shows.